All right. I forgot to say in my last video I just made about 1 minute ago. I forgot to mention Glenn Murray being bought out by the Boston Bruins. I doubt that he will be signed to a very good contract, and I doubt that he'll get a very big role on a team. Maybe second line, third line at the most. Um, I kind of hope. I kind of hope that the Leafs pick him up. But at the same time, I kind of hope the Sens do because I think Glenn Murray would be fucking hilarious to see on the Sens. But that's just my point of view. Just because the fact that the Sens always make fun of us for getting like old guys or and shit like that, and getting like washouts and all that. I think it'd just be funny to see him there. And plus the fact he won't do that much on the team. But anyways, the standings that I have right now, and this is going by last year's performances at near like the end of the year and kind of in the playoffs and all around. I think the Penguins are going to be first in the Eastern Conference, just by the way that they played last year. They did lose Ryan Malone and they did lose Marian Hossa, which are two key attributes. Yakarutu's gone and some more people and all that. But I really think that that really doesn't matter too much. They did pick up two players. I think it was Martin Straka. I forget the other name. I forget the other guy's name. I think it was Miro Satan. I think it was, and they're both really decent players. Like they're pretty good. For the second place, I put the Canadians, and this is kind of a wild card because it's it's going by if Carey Price is going to like make a huge impact next year. And I think the Kositsin brothers are going to be really good. Kovalev got out of his slump. They did lose Mark Streit, which isn't that much of a big blow as you would think, because most of his points were on the power play, and that's why basically they had a good power play. I do think that the Canadians could possibly drop a lot further than what I put them at. For third, I put the Capitals just because they played amazing at the end of the last year, and I think they're going to keep it up. Uh, Fourth, I put the Lightning because they signed almost every single fucking forward in the NHL free agency. Like, holy shit. Like, they're going to have Steven Stamkos. They're going to have Vincent LeCavalier, Martin St. Louis, UC Jokinen, Fabrata, Ryan Malone. Like, and there's so many others that I could name. Anyways, and then for fifth, I put the Devils, and I really don't know why. I'm just guessing at this point. So I'm gonna say the Devils. I don't know. You got Martin Broder. That's about it. Uh, for the for the six, I put Flyers, just because Jeff Carter's gonna kill it next year. Um, you got Mike Richards, Martin Biron is a solid goalie. Uh, I don't know. Brandon Coburn looked really good last year. They lost Mike Smith, which will be a huge blow, but I don't know. I see them picking it up next year. They have some good prospects coming up. Their third overall guy, I think he was third overall. No, he was second overall. Yeah, I think he was second overall. I don't know, James Vander something or another. And Claude Giroux, you got Steve Downey. Like, I hate that guy, but whatever. And then the seventh, I put Senators because like they're not. They have a three. They have a one line team, and they don't really have good goaltending. But the thing is, their one line team is very dynamic, and they have a very they don't have any depth. Like their secondary scoring that I can think of right now would be Mike Fisher and Antoine Vermette, and that's all you have. Their defense is shit. They added Mike Smith. Okay, this is what I want to talk about too. Why the shit would you add Mike Smith, who is basically an older version of Anton Volchenkov, when you need a puck moving defenseman? You don't need another defensive defenseman. Like, you got Chris Phillips. You got friggin' what's his face? I just said his name, Anton Volchenkov. Like, that's all you really need. Well, and you have some other guys. You know, Mazzaros doesn't really play D that much, but whatever. And then Brian Lee's coming up, but you guys should have picked up center should have picked up Ron Hainsey. Like that kid was amazing. He was on Columbus, and they picked up a guy that is completely pointless and is irrelevant to anything. Like I don't know, you won't even notice him on the ice basically. But then again, that's a good thing. And then as the eighth and final one to make the playoffs, I put the New York Rangers. They got Wade Redden. They re-signed Michael Roosevelt. You still got your Chris Drury, Scott Gomez. They lost Martin Straka, but whatever. I think they they lost Yager, but I think that was all for the better. Um, I think they will make the playoffs, but barely. Then as the ninth, Hurricanes. Really, what did they got Zach Boychuk, who will play probably in the NHL next year, but I don't know. They're just very inconsistent. And then 10th, I put Sabres. They lost Brian Campbell, and they really didn't make up for it with anybody special. Uh, so yeah, 11th, I put Bruins. What the shit did the Bruins do this year? Like they bought out Glenn Murray. That's about it. Uh, I put the Islanders after them just because the Islanders. They kill coaches, basically. I don't know. And then after that, Maple Leafs. I think they'll be a. Oh, shit. I think they'll be a fun team to watch. Uh, a fun team to play against, probably, for the other people. Probably pretty laughable. They did pick up some people, but pointless people. Guess they're going to wait it out for Brian Burke. Whatever. Then the Thrashers after them, because the Thrashers just suck. And then Panthers, like, oh, I don't even know what to say about the Panthers. They they lost. They don't have Olli Jokinen. They didn't really get a good draft like pick. Like they got an all right one, I guess. I don't even remember who they fucking picked. And like they have defense. That's about it. And then they have like no goalie. Thomas Vokoun, he's all right. So yeah, that's basically how I see it right now. This will probably change like midway through the season or a couple games after the season once I see them play. But I don't know. I hope the Sens don't make the playoffs. That would be nice to see because they really didn't deserve to be in it last year, as that clearly showed in the first fucking round, by getting absolutely fucking ass raped by the Pittsburgh Penguins. Like I'm pretty sure they're one or 2 points, I think 1 or 2 points out of the playoffs. Like they would have missed the playoffs with like I don't know. They didn't deserve to make it last year. I thought they should have put in. They should have had like a rule. You guys suck so bad in the second half of the season. We have to kick you out. Because really, what the shit did they do? They sat around. Well, Mark Bell helped them a lot. They fucking absolutely drilled Alfredson, which is fucking hilarious. And people about the Mark Bell hit. Okay, Sens fans, you really need to calm the fuck down with that. Like, cry me a goddamn river. Like, how the shit do you think fucking Buffalo thinks about your team right now? Like, you're like, oh, it was an elbow. Actually, it wasn't an elbow. It was a shoulder hit to the head. If you watch the goddamn replay, the announcer even says, oh, that's a hockey hit. Shoulder to the head. That's a beautiful hit. He had his head down. He shouldn't have done that. Alfredson himself said he should have had his head up. Stop complaining about it. You're like, oh, he should be suspended for 15 years for doing that. Oh yeah, of course. No, you're right. Because he's a senator, he should be. No, you're not allowed to hit the senators. It's illegal. It's against the law. Like fuck. Like you guys injured Tim Connolly for a goddamn year, and Chris Neal didn't even get a slap on the fucking wrist. Like you think our hit was bad? Oh, go fuck yourself. You need to fucking look at what you've done to fucking Buffalo. Kiss my ass with, oh yeah, this. Chris Jury, you fucking nailed him out. Like, I'm surprised Chris Neal hasn't been suspended for anything. He's a complete douchebag. Anyways, that's about it. See ya.